Well, hello everybody. Bonjour à tous. Happy to be here to share the annual state of service with Canadians. Um, Citizen Services was created in July 2023 to champion service excellence and to improve government efficiency and productivity for all Canadians. The ministry is directly responsible for delivering programs and benefits across the government, representing 39% of the federal budget and $1.5 trillion worth of payments over the next 10 years. Today's announcement will focus on 5 key areas, but the 37-page report, which is available as of this morning for all Canadians, includes many more details. Today's areas of focus will include Passeports, the Canada Dental Care Plan, the Benefit Delivery Modernization Program, Employment Insurance, and the Social Insurance Number Program. To start, let's look at Passeports. We are delivering a record number of passports. In 2021, we delivered 1.3 million passports. In 2022, we delivered 3.3 million passports. But this year, we expect to deliver 5.4 million passports. That's a 315% increase in just the last 4 years. Now, we have been able to absorb that volume by modernizing and automating our passport program. Clients are receiving world-class passport service. Just this week, 99% of clients who applied in person received their passports within 10 business days. Most received their passport within 7 business days. We have a new processing and print center in British Columbia, which opened just last fall, to work alongside our existing centers in Ontario and Quebec. We have upgraded 24 offices from 20-day service standards to 10-day, increasing our total 10-day service sites to 60 across Canada. That includes 10-day passport services available for the first time in Iqaluit and in Yellowknife. Despite the vast geography that Canada must service, this puts us in the top tier of global standards for passport delivery. In fact, 93% of Canadians now have access to passport services within 50 kilometers of their home. And for those on Prince Edward Island, we're implementing a full-service passport center in Charlottetown, and the tenders for that have already gone out. But I know with a new digital-first service channel, we can do even better than this. The online passport status checker, which we launched in 2024, helps Canadians track the status of their passport without waiting on hold or standing in line. Since April of last year, the online tool has had 7.6 million visits and helped 916,203 Canadians. That means over 916,000 individuals who didn't have to go to a passport processing center, who didn't have to stand in line, and who didn't have to call in and wait on hold. And importantly, it's 916,000 Canadians who didn't have to stand in front of you while you might have been waiting in line. I'm excited to share that we're going to do even more. Since December of 2024, we have been successfully piloting an online passport renewal process. Almost 1,000 Canadians have already received their passports through this channel to date, and we expect all Canadians to be able to have access to this service channel by this year, 2025. This means that the average Canadian will have the option to never have to wait in line for a passport ever again. It means that you don't have to take time off work, you don't have to find childcare, and you certainly don't have to pay for parking. It also means that you can apply for your passport from anywhere in Canada and at any time. For those living in rural and northern communities, this means potentially thousands of dollars of direct savings. What's even better is that we expect this new offering to significantly reduce the cost of passport delivery and to increase our service standards. In fact, we are so confident that I am proud to announce the introduction of a new service guarantee. Canadians can expect their passports to be processed within 30 business days. If not, then their passport will be free of charge. I want to thank the Minister of Immigration, Mark Miller, for his help in making today's announcement possible through his hard work and the diligence of him and his team. We are currently processing 126 online applications a day. We expect that to go to 240 a day by the end of this month. We expect that to go to 500 a day by May, and by this summer, every Canadian will be able to apply online for a passport 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, from wherever they like and wherever is most convenient to them. Let's now move on to talk about the largest rollout of any benefit in Canadian history, the Canadian Dental Care Plan. As I've noted before, we expect 9 million Canadians to directly benefit from this program. As of March 4th, 2025, Service Canada has received over 3.4 eligible applicants to this program, and more than 1.5 million Canadians have already seen an oral health service provider. Seniors 65 plus, children, and persons with a valid disability tax credit on file who are already enrolled in the plan can now apply to renew their dental benefits for 2025 and 2026. To avoid a gap in coverage, I recommend submitting your renewal application before June 1st. I also encourage those who have not yet enrolled to do so. It's a great program. Our largest cohort, adults ages 18 to 64, will be invited to apply in 2025. This represents approximately 4.1 million additional people who may be eligible for the program. I want to thank Service Canada and Health Canada for putting the program together so quickly, and to extend my gratitude to Minister Holland and Duclos as well. The simplicity of this program has meant that 80% of applicants have been able to self-serve, applying for and utilizing the program without any human interaction, except of course for the people that are cleaning their teeth. For those who required assistance, the average cumulative wait time, so that 20% that didn't do it without human interaction, the average wait time is less than 30 seconds at the call center. We can always strive to do better, however, and by introducing digital credentials, we will be able to reduce the time taken on the web application from approximately 8 minutes to less than 30 seconds. Canadians can expect for us to continue improving our programs, to automate processes, and to make service delivery even more cost-effective and client-friendly as we move forward. Next, I would like to update Canadians on the largest technological project ever to be developed by the government or any private sector business in Canadian history. That, of course, is the Benefits Delivery Modernization Program, or BDM. This program is updating infrastructure that is over 60 years old and is modernizing our systems that deliver some of our most important benefits, including old age security, the guaranteed income supplement, employment insurance, and the Canadian pension plan. Since 2023, 600,000 foreign benefit clients have already been on the new platform. They likely haven't even noticed a change, and that is a good thing. It speaks to the stability of the BDM program. I am excited to share that we now have started migrating all OAS recipients to the new platform. That means starting next month, all 7.4 million seniors will be receiving their OAS on the new platform. We have also rolled out a new EI benefits estimator, which has already served 500,000 Canadians. We are working hard to roll out the first employment insurance benefit on the new BDM program later this year. As you can see, the government is not broken. We are actually implementing historic improvements, improving our existing infrastructure while rolling out programs, new programs, such as dental care, pharmacare, the disability benefit, and child care, all at the same time. And those programs and these improvements are having a dramatic effect on individual Canadians and the services that the Government of Canada provides. Let's talk a little bit more about employment insurance. In 2022, call center wait times were a little over 18 minutes. Call center wait times today are now just 4 minutes. We have been able to make our systems more efficient by providing self-service options like the aforementioned EI benefits estimator. The estimator is currently calculating approximately 4,500 estimations a day. Again, that's 4,500 individuals who are able to self-serve, don't have to wait in line, don't have to wait on hold. We have utilized artificial intelligence, automation, and machine learning to generate additional savings across the program. Automated processing of records of employment has reduced workload by 8,300 items per month. Machine learning has automatically triaged more than 40,000 claims. Automation has been used to process 100,000 work items, and collectively these initiatives are saving approximately $7.5 million per year. This has also significantly improved our service standards. Our speed of pay target is 80% of applicants to get a decision on pay within 28 days. Last year, we hit 86.4%. This illustrates that we can effectively improve service standards while lowering costs at the same time. We must continue to empower public servants with the tools and resources to continue to act on opportunities for improvement. No longer will we create a program and leave it alone for decades. We will seek to continuously improve, saving Canadians both time and money. Finally, let's talk about the Social Insurance Number program. We previously launched the eSIN program in 2020 so that individuals could apply for their SIN number online instead of lining up in person at a Service Canada office. So far, more than 3.8 million people have opted to use that service. Again, I would like to emphasize, that is 3.8 million individuals who don't have to go to a Service Canada office, who don't have to stand in line, who don't have to take time off work, who don't have to wait on hold, and most importantly, don't have to stand in front of other Canadians who are looking to get service at our Service Canada offices right across the country. The only problem since the launch has been that the eSIN program can take several days. We have a service standard of within 5 days. But if you show up in person, you get your SIN on the same day. Starting this fall, we are putting into place a program to automate the processing of online applications so that you will receive your SIN in just minutes. We estimate this one program, by 2027, will save approximately 137,000 work hours annually, or more than 65 full-time equivalents. In addition, I am excited to share an additional modernized service, which will roll out jointly with IRCC in 2025-2026, called SIN at Entry. Every year, many students and workers come to Canada to study or to work. Often, their first stop is a Service Canada office to get their social insurance number. Providing these services can account for more than 50% of lineups in many of our busiest Service Canada offices across the country. Instead, SIN at Entry will provide a single window, automated digital channel through which those eligible to work or study in Canada will be able to obtain their social insurance number. We estimate that approximately 2.4 million first-time SIN applications will be effectively taken out of our Service Canada lineups within the first 3 years of operations. Again, and I think you're starting to see a trend, that's 2.4 million people that will no longer be standing in line. This will make our Service Canada centres more efficient and provide better services to Canadians who are looking to access government services. I sit at a committee a number of months ago that I consider it my unofficial mandate to get Canadians out of line, to get them off of hold when dealing with the government, and we have many measures in this report that are showing how we are accomplishing that. It is my goal so that the average Canadian will never have to wait in line again, or at least have the option never to wait in line again, across all government services. Throughout today's presentation and throughout this report, you will find 5 pillars or themes by which Citizen Services has been operating. We are looking to, 1, deliver services in the most efficient and user-friendly way possible. 2, to increase productivity for Canadians and for Canadian businesses. 3, to lower cost for government and for Canadians. 4, to provide a new services channel that is digital first and available to Canadians wherever they are, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And 5, to build a culture of empowerment and efficiency within the Canadian public service. So, lots has been done. There's a lot more of it in this report that we're distributing today, and we have lots more to do. So I would encourage all Canadians to look through the State of Service report, provide their feedback on the entirety of the portfolio of citizen services and the work that we've been doing to date. Continuous feedback is the best way for us to improve, so we sincerely want to hear from you, and we will implement, and we have already actually implemented many changes from feedback that we have received. So thank you. That concludes my formal presentation. I now have the distinct pleasure to introduce my parliamentary secretary, Stéphane Lauzon. Stefan is no stranger to citizen services. In fact, before citizen services even exist, he was part of the task force of parliamentarians that was sent, and he's actually been to dozens and dozens and dozens of Service Canada centres right across the country, and he was part of implementing the report that had a lot of the ideas that we have now implemented over the last 18 months. He's actually part of the reason why citizen services exists in the first place. So, Stefan, over to you.
Merci, ministre Beech, pour cette mise à jour essentielle et les bonnes nouvelles d'aujourd'hui. Les Canadiens s'attendent à des services rapides, accessibles et fiables, et c'est exactement ce que nous livrons. Grâce au renouvellement en ligne des passeports, plus besoin de faire la file, comme l'a si bien dit le ministre Beech. Quelques clics suffisent de n'importe où. 7 jours par semaine, 24 heures par jour, 365 jours par année. Et pour ceux qui préfèrent le service en personne, il y aura moins d'attente, car d'autres choisissent l'option en ligne. C'est gagnant-gagnant pour tout le monde. Nous améliorons aussi l'accessibilité, notamment dans le Nord, avec le traitement en 10 jours ouvrables, à Iqaluit ou à Yellowknife, où j'ai eu l'occasion de visiter. Et pour plus de transparence, nous garantissons un service fiable. Et si une demande complète pendant plus de 30 jours ouvrables, les frais seront remboursés. Et au-delà des passeports, nous modernisons nos services pour mieux répondre aux besoins des Canadiens. Le point sur nos services montre les progrès réalisés, les délais réduits, les services numérisés, une meilleure accessibilité, que ce soit pour l'assurance-emploi, ou que ce soit pour les numéros d'assurance sociale ou le régime canadien de soins dentaires. Notre gouvernement s'est engagé à rendre les services plus efficaces, abordables et sans obstacles inutiles. Nous avons fait du chemin, et ce n'est que le début. Je vous encourage fortement de lire le rapport au complet que le ministre Beech vous a présenté à canada.ca, point sur nos services, et j'invite la population à utiliser les services numériques que nous avons offerts aussi aujourd'hui. Merci.
I just have a question as a moderator. I'll ask it in French, maybe you can answer in English. Le premier ministre Trudeau, au moment de parler des tarifs, a évoqué l'idée d'améliorer l'assurance-emploi, de faire des changements là-dessus. J'aimerais savoir si vous étiez, si on vous a mis au courant, si vous étiez in the loop de cette discussion-là, et si oui, quel genre de changement à l'assurance-emploi il pourrait y avoir?
Very much in the loop. I work very closely with Minister McKinnon, who is the policy lead. My primary role is to execute any policy changes within employment insurance. My understanding is that Minister McKinnon is making an announcement later today, so I think I'll leave any details to him. But I will say that we have been working diligently over the last number of weeks and months in order to make our services more flexible and to be able to facilitate the types of changes that will be discussed later and the types of changes that the Prime Minister previewed in that announcement. And in fact, we've been doing it in such a way that we've been designing it to kind of have an on-off switch so that we have the ability to act quickly given the fact that the environment right now is changing so quickly.
But is Canada ready? The government of Quebec is saying that it puts in jeopardy as many as 160,000 jobs if all those people go to EI. Is Canada ready to deliver EI to that many people laid off?
Canada is absolutely ready to deal with any outcome, and we have been preparing for months. So I have a high degree of confidence, especially given that we have some of the highest service standards today that we've had in years within the program. And with the new technology, some of which I've announced this morning, we have increased flexibility to be able to implement either an increase in capacity within EI or new programs incredibly quickly. So yes, Canada is very prepared.
OK, parfait. Bien, écoutez, quelques questions en rafale. Évidemment, on repense tous à ce qui s'est passé en 2022 là, avec ce qu'on appelait à l'époque la crise des passeports. Avec les différents changements qui ont été mis en place, êtes-vous confiant qu'on ne va pas revivre ça à l'aube des vacances d'été, entre autres?
Oui, effectivement, l'expérience qu'on a vécue en 2022 après la pandémie nous a servi de nous apprendre comment mieux faire. Le ministre Beech a pris en considération tous les rapports qu'on lui a remis suite à ces événements-là. Et les mesures, le virage numérique est une des solutions, la meilleure pour répondre aux besoins, mais ça reste que la meilleure façon de traiter les passeports est la prévisibilité et de prévoir nos voyages d'avance. Ça reste toujours la meilleure solution. Il va y avoir des périodes plus intenses avant les périodes de vacances, mais nous sommes prêts à y faire face. Nous avons eu une amélioration considérable là, dans les systèmes que nous avons mis en place. Et puis, nous sommes équipés aujourd'hui pour répondre aux besoins des Canadiens.
Parfait. Puis je rebondirais peut-être là-dessus si c'est possible. L'outil de renouvellement en ligne, ça se passe comment? En fait, est-ce que ça se passe mieux que ce qui avait été rapporté dans les médias, entre autres, il y a un an, en mars 2024? Parce que tantôt, le ministre disait, vous me corrigerez si je me trompe, on est à 126 applications qui sont process là, à l'heure actuelle. Il me semble que c'est pas beaucoup.
Oui, effectivement. Il faut toujours faire une période de rodage. Ce qu'a mentionné le ministre Beech, c'est qu'il y a eu une période avec laquelle nous avons attribué à certains citoyens canadiens de faire appel aux services numériques pendant la période d'essai. Ce que ça nous dit aujourd'hui, c'est qu'on est prêt au déploiement et que ça a fonctionné. C'est ce que le ministre Beech nous mentionne.
Merci beaucoup.
Vous n'avez pas d'autres questions, Aimée? Vous êtes la seule en ligne. Donc,
je suis la seule.
Vous avez l'avantage de pouvoir poser une autre question si vous voulez.
Oui, c'est quand même des engagements, comment dire, assez marqués qui ont été faits aujourd'hui. Là, vous dites 30 jours, c'est-à-dire attendez, là, je cherche mes mots en français. Encore une fois, on processe la demande en 30 jours, sinon le passeport est payé. C'est bien ce qui a été dit tout à l'heure par le ministre.
Effectivement, c'est parce qu'on a confiance en nos systèmes, mais il faut prendre en considération que le 30 jours n'inclut pas les frais de livraison avec Post Canada ou d'autres moyens de transport. Mais le 30 jours nous semble aujourd'hui un délai très raisonnable. Et puis, oui, on s'engage à rembourser le passeport si on dépasse les délais de 30 jours.
Parfait, c'est tout pour moi. Merci beaucoup.
Voilà qui termine cette conférence de presse. Merci beaucoup, M. le ministre, M. le secrétaire parlementaire. Bonne journée.